Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. Today I'm going to show y'all an exotic recipe that's not complicated at all. It's very easy to do. It doesn't require a whole lot of ingredients, but it is exotic. It's called curry chicken. Okay, so when it comes to making this curry chicken, it's going to be a pretty good amount. It should easily be enough to feed your family, unless you came from a family of hogs like me, and I still am a hog, but that's another story. Anyway, what it starts out with is two yellow onions, okay? Not like this, but two complete yellow onions, peeled and chopped. And we're going to throw them in the pan here. And what I'm going to do is first just put just a little extra virgin olive oil. I strongly recommend the California Olive Ranch. Livingston HEB doesn't carry it, so you have to go to Walmart. Walmart carries it, no problem. Livingston HEB, nope. Put your extra virgin olive oil in there, just a little bit like I did, and then take two full chopped yellow onions and of course throw them in. Now, usually whenever I cook stuff, most of the time I do it at very low temperatures, like 225 or 250 degrees and stuff. This one we're cooking at full. I've got my skillet turned up to 400, okay? The next thing we're going to put in is 4 cloves of garlic chopped. What we're going to do is we're going to let this cook for about 5 to 7 minutes with the lid off, just like this. Okay, our onions have been cooking here. I kind of let them go for about 10 minutes. That's fine. That'll work probably even better. Next, we're going to take a half a cup of your favorite tomato sauce. I usually get the Ragu Old World style. It just works great. I love it. Anyway, 1/2 cup. And this is where it starts to get exotic right here. The curry powder. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of curry powder. Now, curry powder is typically, it's sort of like what cumin is to Mexican food. Curry powder is to food from India. Indian food. Anyway, add those in, stir it around a little bit here. And then we're going to add 2 pinches of salt. And we're going to cook this just a little bit longer. I'm going to give this about 5 more minutes. Again, we're on high heat this whole time. This is food from India. I don't know how good that was, but anyway, that was my stab at it. Sounding like a person from India who English wasn't his first language. Okay, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. Now what we're going to do is take 4 chicken breasts. Make boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Make sure you trim all the fat off. Season them up with your favorite seasoning. I recommend the Greek seasoning. Take your 4 chicken breasts that's cut into chunks and dump it in. Oh, there we go. Kind of heavy. Let's work it around in there, get it all just mixed all in with it. We're going to let this cook for about another 5 minutes before we take the next step. Okay, our chicken's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. While it was doing that, a couple of times I turned it over like this. This is a lot of chicken, okay? So it takes some time to cook. Anyway, and it's still not fully cooked. We're gonna go ahead and add in our last ingredient here, and that's gonna be 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then we're just gonna stir this in. Looks like food from India, doesn't it? And then what we're going to also do, we're still letting our chicken cook, like I said. It's not completely cooked yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reduce our heat. I've got mine on 400. I'm going to turn down to about 325. We're going to let this cook until this chicken is fully cooked. And that's probably going to take about another up to 10 minutes. It probably varies from electric skillet. If you use you can do this on your stovetop. It doesn't have to be an electric skillet. The point is you want to cook your chicken all the way. Now, what I was going to say is that temperatures, you know, vary from electric skillet, I guess, to electric skillet. But this right here, I'm going to let it go for about 10 more minutes, and this chicken should be fully cooked. This is a really delicious recipe. I've made it several times. So anyway, and then then it'll be ready. And then we'll do the final thing that we always do, the big taste test. Okay, it's been about 8 minutes now, and this chicken is fully cooked, so I'm going to turn our skillet off. And folks, this stuff is so delicious. And now, I don't know how many, you know, this is East Texas, you know, we're kind of not big city, okay, but I don't know how many of you have been to a person's house from India. I have. When I was a kid. My mom befriended these 2 young Indian ladies who were studying, and we would go visit. They were Christians, and we would go visit them at their apartment. And every time we went in that apartment, I could smell that curry, and it just smelled so good. And I was just a little kid back then, but I'll never forget it. And this stuff right here fills my house with that delicious, exotic curry Indian food smell. I mean, and it is absolutely delicious. If you follow these directions like I've showed you here, I promise you folks, you're gonna love this stuff. It is just so good. By the way, my wife's been getting on me lately. She said I use the word delicious too much, so I need to back off on using that word. So it's really good. Now the ideal way to eat this is over a bed of white rice. Okay, that's the way it's intended. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of this delicious, really good, not delicious, this really good gravy. It is delicious, so I have to say it, I guess. We're going to put it over this rice. I think that should do it. Yeah, yes, and yes. Folks, that is so good. That is so good. Wow. I just love it. It's got that nice, delicious Indian flavor to it. You can, when you cook this stuff, your whole house just smells like that curry. And this chicken and rice, it tastes like, it's not overpowering. It's smooth and perfect. I mean, perfect, man. You will not be disappointed. I hope you like it. And I hope you try it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. And you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com.